plays games with Jay.
So, if you needed a recap for last episode, we're gonna make one for you right here.
Okay, so everyone meets for the first time. We're like, hello. Junko, quote unquote, pop is here, but that's probably Mukuro. So, this makes sense, right? Then we go to Act 2, and then that's when Junko, or actually Mukuro, got killed. In Act 3, someone picks up body? No. Wait. They put a tarp on? Hold on a second. Because it looked like they unraveled the body. And they put them on the floor somewhere. Oh, okay. This is way in the future. Sorry. Okay. So they move the body with the... Oh, no. They take it out. They take the body out of the morgue. They bring it to the garden, unveil Junko. Or Mukuro. Alright? And they're like, alright, I'm gonna fucking kill Makoto. And then... Kyoko interfered. And then they ran away. And then they're like, okay. I'm gonna put the mask on the body of Mukuro. And then Act 5, they're like, oh my goodness, we found the body. And then they're about to open it, or unveil the mask, and then blows up. And the body is... What is this supposed to be? Okay. The body is incinerated. Alright. We did it. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma, in other words, the Mastermind, Junko Enoshima. Her body was kept in the biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her out to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be the one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive, hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Dun dun dun. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all is the true mastermind, the one controlling Monokuma. Oh, I was wondering what are they gonna do for the face reveal. The real Junko Enoshima. That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try. Come on, it's time you finally reveal yourself.
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
She looks the same.
She actually doesn't, but...
Oh, wait. Oh, I guess no freckles.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We'll grant you honor, status, and some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Okay, sounds good. You're hot. yeah, you're okay. Yeah, that same tie was the one that I saw in one of the photos, I think. So I was like, or at least it was a like split tie color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm looking at her. I was like, okay, she doesn't have the freckles. Disposition's a little different. So, no thanks.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
Fucking JoJo ass pose.
It's been so long since I've had an audience, even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the Mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory, or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know. Your face. Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you. No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her somewhere. It was definitely before I got to this school. What? If it was definitely before I got to this school, then it was before I arrived.
Hey, good job, Detective J.
Yeah, what?
You didn't slip up that time.
That's right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover.
They might actually show... Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
There's a line also that maybe they'll show here.
Yeah, and you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
See?
Yeah.
But
I've
read
seen.
this part here.
I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality.
Huh? Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk?
That's right.
Well, of course. Those are totally photoshopped.
Photoshopped?
Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with like computers and junk.
Oh, so they aren't real.
Sometimes little lies necessary to keep things moving along, wouldn't you agree? That explains why she didn't quite seem the same, because she was a different person all along. I'm me, and Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best, but there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins. Twins? I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister tough and proud, that was Mukuro. The younger sister smart and cute, that was... Me, Junko fucking Enoshima!
Oh, Christ.
And together we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Fun. Okay. Whoa, she's like a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Ugh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's due to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. answering the same questions over and over. Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if. Well, I suppose I better explain.
Oh, what the hell? I like this Junko.
Yeah, me too. For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called Mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities: atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away. Which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know.
Oh my god.
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So I changed things just a bit and decided to use Muko to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
What? Huh? This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
So you figured it out? Goo? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have put up such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that?
Both what you said and that voice.
Yeah.
That voice is bad.
You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what got you so hot under the collar? Geez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know, so we never had any kind of hope or expectations. No, I felt despair as long as I can remember, like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair, so when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think of anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited.
The mushrooms. Huh?
Killing my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it.
Super
Despair! It's like super despair. No more than that. Super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by her own sister, and only as an example to someone else? She must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous. I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it. Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human? No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said. Yeah, Master's way more perfect, because on top of everything else, he's got the noble blood. Huh? Don't you mean had that noble blood?
Oh, here we go. Okay. What the hell?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow.
Oh, this is the world. Okay.
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and here you are, yapping away.
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer, so how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories, then you can start gloating.
Damn straight. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries, and then we'll have our victory.
Hoo-hoo-hoo, I can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it. It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
No, fair. At least give us a hint.
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Thinking back to what Monokuma's told us, the memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to. Yeah. You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it? A theme? Yup, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
The theme for the motive Monokuma gave us for the first murder. Monokuma gave us those DVDs. On my DVD was footage of my family. On Sayaka's was her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first murder, the motive we were given was... human connections. The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding ding ding, you got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it.
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay, time for the next question. So what was the theme for the second motive?
For the second murder, the motive's theme was... that's when we got those weird envelopes from Monokuma. Mine mentioned how I used to wet the bed. So the theme that time was... the past.
Pissing the meaning of life.
It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again. That time the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets. Yeah! And the whole reason Mono did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
The theme for the third murder was... the reason Celeste turned to murder was... she wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men. I mean, sounds great. So that time, the motive for murder was... greed. It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money. Celeste killed Ifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks, just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
The motive in the case of Sakura's death was... What was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme of the motive in that fourth case was... blackmail. No, whoop. Never mind. It's a good thing I have a lot of hearts.
Yeah.
Betrayal. There we go. In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful. But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships, secrets, money, betrayal. These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal, totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin divided by a razor-thin line, such is hope and despair. How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject? If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories. How so? You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope? And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway.
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope. What are you talking about? If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Hoo-hoo-hoo! Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
Oh, you okay there?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was drinking water and I was like, oh, go, put the water down, put the cup down.
Hoo-hoo-hoo! A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really?
Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
Yeah, here we go. Okay.
Arnold.
The outside world? This is something I feared. You mean the world beyond the school walls? So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You want to see what's out there? I want to see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Okay, here we go. It's a shit show. Something's bad. Whoa, what the heck? What? What? What am I looking at here? What the?
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense.
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw. All of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall. Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial.
Oh my god. Okay, so the world's still alive. I thought it was like destroyed, but okay.
Come on, bitches, remember or die. What the fuck happened outside? You want
us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything. This is the end of all of us. What other choice do we have?
Okay, what am I supposed to... If I can't remember, is it all over? I mean, how can she show me something so completely incomprehensible and then just say remember? Every single one of us has lost our memory. It really is hopeless after all. No, wait. There's a chance that she hasn't forgotten. Okay, yeah, there we go. That explains that bullet. But what am I canceling here? Or, no, that's talking about the video. Talking about the video. Huh. Get out of my way. Okay.
It's like shoving a kid at Walmart because you want to get Pokemon cards. Out of my way.
Out of my way. Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko, Genocide Jack.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right? I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality is forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories. What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No, absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity. Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Uh-oh.
Achoo!
Immediately, Steve. No question.
Da-da-da-da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer!
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I won't have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the Mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet ya.
Nice to meet
Oh
you
my
too.
god. That's enough. Just look at the stupid screen.
Aye, aye, Roger, you got a captain.
The giant. Everything else is like sure, but the giant Monokuma. I'm like, what? Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but of course it does.
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do.
So you didn't lose your memory after all. Then why didn't you say something earlier?
I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know.
Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
The tragedy.
Oh no, you seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss?
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening. But it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
What?
Why is that phrase coming up now?
It's all because of that event.
What is?
Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy. Happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did. And that's that. And that's the end of the episode. And that's the end of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
See you not tomorrow.
Yep.